Okay, good evening everyone. Thank you for the opportunity that given to us. So now we are from group 3. We are going to present our material that is persuasive writing. But first, let me introduce the member of the group. The first one that is Priscilia Ponto, and the second one that is Ariana Rau, and the third one is Suskos Desfordate, and the fourth one is Tika Hanorsian. And we move to slide, the first slide. The first slide we're going to explain by Priscilia Ponto. The screen is yours.
Okay, the characteristic of nonfiction text. Characteristic of a nonfiction text includes the presence of a table of contents, headings, captions, diagrams, cards, graphs, a glossary, and an index. Additionally, the subject of nonfiction are real and not imagined or made up, as the subject in fiction are. Another characteristic of nonfiction is the presence of a narrator who is a real person and often the author of the text. Nonfiction texts are also written for a specific audience and purpose, which heavily influences the information that is included in the text. The most common types of nonfiction are narrative, expository, descriptive, and persuasive. The characteristic of fiction text: character-focused narratives, ample symbolism, metaphor, and allegory, advanced vocabulary infused with imagery, ambiguous plot points including even the word's conclusion, exploration of larger philosophical themes regarding the human condition and the will of nature, exploration of larger trends in history and culture, lack of adherence to a fixed plot formula. Kinds of writing styles of nonfiction. Persuasive nonfiction. With persuasive nonfiction, the author takes a position on a topic. They use facts to support their arguments and convince the readers. Narrative nonfiction. Narrative nonfiction writing discusses facts in the style of a story. It uses capture to structure the books rather than organizing the work by topic like expository nonfiction does. Expository nonfiction. Expository nonfiction explains history events, fashion trends, or natural phenomena. It can also address philosophical questions and includes science and philosophy books. Expository nonfiction authors typically do a lot of research on their topic so they can explain it clearly and accurately to readers who might be learning about it for the first time. Descriptive nonfiction. With descriptive nonfiction, the writer uses figurative language, rich details, and sensory language to help readers understand the information.
Persuasive writing. Characteristic of persuasive writing. This type of writing generally has characteristic types as follows. 1. Equipped with reasons, arguments, and justification. 2. Asks for readers to do something about the situation or call it a call to action. 3. The writer takes his position and asks the readers to agree with his or her point of view. Example persuasive writing. 1. Opinion and editorial newspaper page. 2. Letter of compliment. 3. Reviews or of movies, song, restaurants, book, etc. 4. Advertisements. 5. Letter of recommendation. And 6. Cover letters. Next. Narrative writing. Characteristic of
Narrative writing. This type of writing generally has characteristic traits is follow about someone how tells a story or event. His narrative structure turns in terms and endings. His dialogues and characters of often his situation like motivation events, actions, and dispute or conflicts with her efficient solution. Example narrative writing. Anecdotes or stories, short stories, other novels, poetry.
Expository writing was one form of writing that served to explain and focus on the subject, where the author told its reader about a subject or subject that was given without giving the author's personal opinion. This type of writing, essay, or article presents reader with some facts and relevant figures, but not accompanied the writer's opinion. Expository writing is one of the common types of writing that is often found in books or in magazine articles. The author simply told us about the given subject, such as how to do things. A characteristic of expository writing. This type of writing generally has characteristic traits as follows. Explain something in a process, written in a logical order and sequence, equipped with figures and facts. Example of expository writing. The first is news stories, and then business, technical or scientific writing, and then how-to articles, and then textbooks and writing, and then recipes. Now we move to the next slide, that is descriptive writing. Descriptive writing is one form of writing intended to describe. This type of writing focuses on describing a character, an event, or a place with detailed information. Descriptive writing can be written in a poetic style when the writer writes down a specific description. A characteristic of descriptive writing. This type of writing generally has characteristic traits as follows: is frequency in nature. Visualize what the writer sees, hears, smells, feels, and tastes. Describes events, people, places, situation, or location in a highly detailed manner. And then example descriptive writing. The first one is nature writing, and then poetry, and then descriptive passages in fiction, and the last one is journal or diary writing. I think that's all from our group. If there are any question, critic, or addition, please you can write down in WhatsApp group. Thank you and God bless you.